athletic recruits. Acting U.S. Attorney Nathaniel Mendel says no one is above the law.
John Wilson and Gamal Abdelaziz used fraud and bribery to get what they wanted. What they did was an affront to hardworking students and parents.
President Biden remains upbeat about the economy despite the latest stats.
With the September jobs numbers coming in far below what economists were expecting, President Biden Friday focused on the unemployment rate.
For the first time since March of 2020, the American unemployment rate is below 5%.
The president said that figure is a sign the economic recovery is moving forward despite the ongoing COVID pandemic. But he did not address how the drop in the unemployment rate could be driven by fewer Americans looking for work. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
This is ABC News.
Did you know that United Healthcare helps connect you to doctors and therapists with 24/7 access to virtual care?
So I could have therapy from my couch?
Yep.
Or a doctor appointment from my car?
If you wanted to.
Wait, you're right. I don't even like when people see me sing in the car. Couch appointment it is. Virtual visits are just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better health. Learn more at uhc.com. Plan benefits may vary.
Eager to go where the road doesn't? With the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier, nothing's out of bounds. Climb rocks and sail through mud with available locking differentials that'll help you tackle almost any trail and dominate rugged terrain with 310 horsepower in a premium cabin with available advanced tech. In the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier, the adventure begins where the road ends. Find your Frontier. Shop NissanUSA.com today.
A TikTok challenge turns violent and criminal.
Video of students vandalizing their schools or hitting their teachers has landed on TikTok, although the platform reportedly has said the so-called challenges didn't start there, but on Facebook. An elementary school student in South Carolina faces expulsion after he was accused of striking an educator in the head as part of the challenge. A high school student in Louisiana is looking at criminal charges. And the California Teachers Association is warning its members to beware of students taking part in the Slap a Teacher Challenge. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
President Biden is issuing the first ever presidential proclamation of Indigenous Peoples Day. It'll be marked Monday, Columbus Day. New York City will phase out its program for gifted and talented students that critics say favors whites and Asian American students while enrolling disproportionately few Black and Latino children. The city will instead train all kindergarten teachers to provide accelerated learning where students use more advanced skills like robotics, computer coding, community organizing, or advocacy. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
Good evening. It is 6:04, 6:04. I'm William Mayo in the KOFO newsroom with this hour's top stories. City officials are trying to speed up the process of approving development projects that come before them for approval. Site plans had to go before the Community Development, the City Commission, and the Planning Commission before final approval. Community Development Director Wendy Lee says the Planning Committee has removed itself from the process.
This request removes an additional approval that was required by the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission essentially, if I were to paraphrase this, felt that as projects had come through over the years, that the process had smoothed out enough that they really weren't having a value added for them to weigh in on a project and for it to take longer for it to get to approvals. There is a mechanism in here that if somebody's wanting to have them weigh in on something, or there is a negotiating or sticking point, that they could do that, but otherwise, once it's passed the Development Committee, then the project could be stand approved.
Final approval for the new plan by the City Commission is expected at their next regular meeting. Ottawa High School has teamed up with Kansas State Bank in the Student of the Week program again this year. Every week, students are nominated and then two are selected. Ottawa High School Principal Kelly Whitaker introduces the two students receiving the honor this week.
Mrs. Lilly, she is one of our art teachers, and she nominated Chloe Schultz and said that Chloe is always willing to help others in need, has a great attitude in all her projects, and perseveres no matter how difficult a project might be. And then Mr. Bay, one of our PE teachers, he nominated Caden Knapp, and he said that Caden works to the best of his abilities. I love how he attempts to try things that might not be easy for him, and he always has such a positive attitude. So congratulations to Caden and Chloe for all that they do to make Ottawa High School a better place.
Keep up the good work, Chloe and Caden, and good luck the rest of the year. Now for the exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast. Tonight mostly clear with a low of 63. Tomorrow mostly sunny and breezy with a high of 92. Winds could get as high as 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear and breezy with a low of 68. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers after 2 in the afternoon, mostly sunny with a high of 82. Sunday night, an 80% chance of showers, overcast with a low of 57. Monday, an 80% chance of showers and possibly thunderstorms before 8 in the morning, overcast with a high of 69. I'm William Mayo, KOFO News.
It's time now for Friday Night Lights on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO with your host,
Yes!
Bob Johnson.
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Friday Night Lights. I'm Bob Johnson, and thanks for joining us again for your weekly look at the high school football games going on in the KOFO listening area this evening. And just as a reminder, at the end of each night, when the games are done, the little scoreboard gnomes come out and they peck away at their keyboards, and they get the scores on the KOFO website. If you go to KOFO.com, click on the scores or the sports link, scroll down just a little bit till you see the scores page logo. Click on that, and you're going to see that those lovely little scoreboard gnomes have put together the scores as best as they can for the website. Plus, you'll also get them tomorrow morning on KOFO News and also the wrap-ups from the two games that we do for you normally. Speaking of which, we have couple of, I think what could be a couple of good ball games. One definitely for sure that we'll have for you, and we'll get to that one here in just for a second. But we're going to start off with the Ottawa High Cyclones, who picked up their second win of the season last week over Bonner Springs, 30-13. That is the first time since 2016 that Ottawa High has won 2 games in the same season. So that is great progress, great job for the Cyclones. And the Cyclones offense got off to a quick start. They scored 2 touchdowns in less than a minute in that ball game last week. While the Eureka Cardinals come into tonight's matchup, losing their second straight game. Cardinals fell to Lewisburg in a heartbreaker, 13-12. And Eudora is looking for their first win since September 17th, when they beat Bonner Springs 48-28. In Eudora's 2 wins this season, they've scored 48 or more points. In the 3 losses for the Cardinals, the opposition has been able to stymie the Eudora offense. The Cardinals, though, have not been blown out in their 3 losses. The highest margin of victory for opponents against Eudora, 7 points. So a touchdown or less with the Cardinals. So they have been in every ball game so far this year. The Ottawa High offense will need to get off to a quick start again this week, and the defense will really have to work hard to keep the Cardinals from soaring this week and picking up a win, which would be their first one since September 17th. Returning to the mic tonight will be Gary Bateman. He'll have the call for you. Pre-game starts at around 6:40. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. And you're going to hear this one here on the Mothership, 1220 AM, 103.7 FM, KOFO, and KOFO.com. So this one has the makings of what could be a fun game to listen to this evening. So you'll definitely want to stick around to that one. Or if you're not able to be in a radio area, you can pull it up on the interweb and listen to it. You can always go to to KOFO.com, click on the sports link, scroll down to the bottom until you see the, well, not all the way to the bottom, but scroll down far enough till you see the Ottawa High Cyclones logo. Click on that, click on football, and then look for the game and click on the stream link right next to it. Or if you want to even go easier, you can go to youtube.com and look up KOFO Radio, and you'll be able to find it that way also. Over on KOFO.com, the KOFO High School Football Game of the Week features a mouth-watering matchup between two undefeated teams who could play a large role in the state playoffs this year. Wellsville and Osage City are both undefeated, and only one can come away with a win tonight. Boop. The Eagles' offense and defense continues to be the class of area schools in the same state classification that the Eagles are in. Wellsville destroyed Eureka last week 45-12. It was the fourth straight week where the Eagles scored 40-plus points on an opponent. 4 weeks over 40 points. That is a fantastic offense in itself. But hey, don't get too excited just yet, because you know who else has done a great job? That Wellsville Eagle defense, who has not allowed more than 14 points in any game so far this season. So that defense has spread their wings and has flown through the air and has covered the opposition and kept them out of the end zone on a regular basis. But Osage City says, hold on, just wait, hold on. Because Osage City scored 63 points last week in their win over Jayhawk Lynn. The Indians' defense has only allowed a combined 43 points in the first 5 weeks of the season. So just over 8 points a game that defense is giving up. The Indian offense has scored 60-plus points last week for the second straight week, and they have not scored less than 41 points in any of their games this season. So this offense for the Osage City Indians, fantastic. And Wellsville will have their work cut out, but so will Osage City. And we're going to see which one is the real deal. And because there cannot be a tie here this evening. No. Nay. There has to be a winner. And that one is going to be on KOFO.com. Luke Queen is your host with the most for that one on KOFO.com. Pre-game will start at 6:50, and kickoff is at 7. So those are the two games that we will have for you, whether it's on air or on the internet. And it should be a fun night for the listening pleasure of you, the listening audience, for these games tonight. And we are just excited to have that opportunity to bring those to you this evening. So in other action in the county, well, this one's going to be outside of the county, as both the two other Franklin County schools are on the road. We're going to start first with the West Franklin Falcons, who are 0-4, and Eureka, who comes in at 3-2. For the third straight season, the West Franklin Falcons have started their season winless in their first 4 games. And and it's a bummer. It's quite the bummer. The ironic twist, though, is in the 5th game of the season, in all 3 of those recent seasons, the Falcons would pick up their first win of the year. Does that bode well here this evening for West Franklin? Well, we're going to find out soon. West Franklin travels to take on Eudora. West Franklin was held to their lowest offensive output of the season last week by Humboldt, as the West Franklin could only get 7 points on that scoreboard, as they lost 50-7 in that drubbing that was a football game last week. Eureka picked up their second loss in a row last week, as they were rolled by Wellsville 45-12. Eureka's last win was back on September 17th. So it's been a couple of weeks, and in that one, Eureka shut out Blue Stem 44-0. West Franklin won last year's matchup over Eureka 36-28. So Falcons looking to repeat history and pick up their first win of the season in their 5th game for the 4th straight year, and like to do it 2 years in a row against Eureka. The Central Heights Vikings won their second straight game last week over Horton, 33-20, as Horton heard a loss. It was the first game for the Vikings in 2 weeks. In Central Heights, 3 wins on the year. The Vikings are 3-1, by the way. In their 3 wins on the season, Vikings have scored over 30 points. The only loss of the season, the Vikings were shut out. That's right, shut out. The only loss. Offense put up a goose egg. It's very easy to see that Central Heights will need the offense to play at a top level this evening if they want to beat their Osage County rivals, the Linden Tigers. Linden Tigers 2-2 on the season. They've been on a seesaw all season long. Win one, lose one. When they win, the Tigers have shut out their opponents. Defense has been on par, keeping everybody out of the end zone. When Linden loses, well, they know how to lose, as they've been blown out 41-0 and 70-12. Linden picked up their second win of the season last week over Northern Heights, 69-0. And last year, the Tigers shut out the Vikings 49-0. So which Tiger team is going to show up? Is it going to be the team that is going to be able to just run it down the opposition's throat and keep opposing teams out of the end zone? Or will the power be cut off and not be able to do much with the football? We'll find out soon. So we'll keep you up to date on that one as the evening progresses. The Paola Panthers at 2-3. They're at home tonight to take on KC Piper. Panthers have lost 3 out of their last 4 ball games, including last week's overtime thriller to Wamego, 22-21. There has only been 1 loss for the Panthers where they were outclassed. That was the Week 2 loss to Spring Hill, 42-14. And the other 2 losses, they've only been beaten by 4 points or less. When Paola's offense has been able to get things going, it has bode well for the Panthers. Paola has scored 41 or more points in their 2 wins so far this year. The KC Piper Pirates, well, they picked up their second straight win, including the 23-20 triumph over Tonganoxie last week. Pirates' only loss came in Week 3 to Leavenworth, 25-23. Paola claimed victory in last season's matchup, 42-16, and they have won 4 out of the last 5 games over Piper. The Pirates' last win over Paola, September 2nd, 2016, in Kansas City by the score of 23-13. Will the Pirates pick up their first win over Paola in over 5 years? That's a great question going into this one, and I wish we knew. But we will find out soon. We will find out soon. And also tonight, Lewisburg 2-3 at Bonner Springs 1-4. After losing 2 straight, the Lewisburg Wildcats were able to get right with the win last week over Eudora, 13-12 in a close one. That was their first win since September 10th, other than the blowout loss in Week 1 to Spring Hill. And let's be honest, who hasn't been blown out by Spring Hill this year? The Wildcats have only lost the other games by 8 points or less. Bonner Springs Braves have dropped their last 3 games, including the loss last week to Ottawa High, 30-13. And the Braves' last win came at the expense of Shawnee Heights, 35-34 on September 10th. We'll have the rest of the schedule in the KOFO listening area here in just a little bit, but right now we're going to take our first break of the evening. And when we come back, we're going to talk with Gary Bateman about Ottawa High's matchup here this evening with Eudora in Eudora. And we'll also talk with Luke Queen about the Wellsville Osage City game. You'll listen to that and more when we return. But first, a break. It's Friday Night Lights on 103.7 FM KOFO, 1220 AM KOFO, and KOFO.com.
I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent, with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and he can't take it with him. Well, I went to work and found Ray, who's 40 and takes medication to control his high blood pressure, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. That's way more coverage for a lot less than what he was paying. If SelectQuote didn't shop for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote and to find out how much you can save, call 1-800-597-2010. That's 1-800-597-2010. 1-800-597-2010. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Built to dominate the toughest of work days, Boot Barn now carries an expanded selection of Cody James Decimator work boots to support American workers in every trade. Made with durable full-grain leather, a Goodyear welt construction for longevity, a Vibram outsole for grip, and zero-gravity Zyklone insoles for all-day comfort. This is your heavy-duty work boot. Dominating functionality, Cody James Decimator boots, only at Boot Barn.
Today on Hey Culligan's Smart Home, Smarter Water Softener, here's Kevin.
Hey Culligan, can a smart water softener lift those heavy salt bags for me?
Kevin, it can.
Wait, it can?
Yep, the smart high-efficiency water softener from Culligan can alert your dealer when the salt needs to be replaced, and they'll do it for you, so your water stays soft and you stay away from lifting the bags.
I mean, I could lift them if I wanted.
No judgment here, Kevin. We're happy to do it, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Hi, I'm Laura Howard, Secretary of the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services. In Kansas, there are more than 540,000 people on Medicare, and each day, nearly 10,000 new people enroll nationwide. While Medicare enrollment can seem daunting, it doesn't have to be. That's where SHIC, or the Senior Health Insurance Counseling for Kansas program, comes in. The SHIC program provides seniors across Kansas trusted and unbiased help about Medicare benefits. SHIC counselors provide all the information and options available so you can make an informed decision about your Medicare coverage. We look forward to helping you navigate your way to a Medicare plan that is right for you. The number to call to find your local SHIC counselor is 1-800-860-5260.
Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and Administration for Community Living, Department of Health and Human Services, and aired in cooperation with this station.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
Oh, we are back. Friday Night Lights, 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, KOFO, KOFO.com. I'm Bob Johnson. As we count down the minutes, the seconds, to pre-games, to kickoffs, high school football again on a Friday night. It is week 6. Holy cow, where has the season gone? It is quickly gone by. Next thing you know, we're going to be talking about basketball. And, well, I won't be on the air for that one. But, I mean, you know, we don't do a Friday Night Lights for basketball, mainly because basketball's going on at what would be our usual time frame. But that's okay. It's okay, you know. But you know what's great, though, is that means at this point in time, you would get to hear the unbelievable tones, that the voice that has rocked generations, the man, the myth himself, Gary Bateman. Gary, welcome in to Friday Night Lights.
Thank you, Bob. It's good to be back. I'm certainly glad that Casey Weeder was around to take care of last week's broadcast. Did a great job, and yay, go Cyclones, of course.
Oh, absolutely. Casey filled in very well for you, and even got to see the Cyclones pick up a nice victory last week over Bonner Springs. And We mentioned a little bit about being the first time the Cyclones have won multiple games in a season since 2016. And they have a really good opportunity here, if things were to play out well, to maybe pick up a couple more wins before this season's out.
Well, you look at the schedule the rest of the way, the rest of the regular season, and it's filled right now with 2 and 3 football teams. Eudora coming in tonight, 2 and 3. Lewisburg next week is 2 and 3, and then 2 and 3 Tonganoxie in the final week of the regular season. So, I think these games are going to be a telling point for the Cyclones to see where they have come with this program. I think you've already seen a lot of positive improvement from the past years, and this team is starting to play with some confidence, which is big too.
Absolutely, and I think the more positives to finish out this season, that just does nothing but bode well to fortify the foundation laid this year for the program going forward.
That's certainly true, Bob. And, the last 3 opponents on the schedule here kind of embarrassed the Cyclones last year, and I know that that's on their mind as well. And when you start getting a team gelling the way Ottawa High is, you just really don't know where the ceiling is for them. I think we'll find out a lot about that perhaps tonight against a Eudora team that's hard luck. I mean, they've got 3 losses, but those losses came to Piper on the last play of the game, and to Tonganoxie and to Lewisburg on late drives in the fourth quarter. And, last week, 13-12, as Lewisburg scored with about a minute to go. So the Cardinals are kind of licking their wounds and looking to get better here tonight in front of a homecoming crowd.
Of course, nothing would be better than to knock off the Cardinals on homecoming night. And I think Gary, for me, I think the key is going to be for the Cyclones again to get off to a hot start like they did last week. I mean, I don't know that you could do 2 touchdowns within a minute again, but if you can at least get some points on the board early and have a defensive stand or 2 to start out, that just is, I think, all you could ask for right now.
Yeah, I think that would be very helpful if the Cyclones could get off to a good start. I think the important thing really in this particular ball game is to keep this thing close and make Eudora start thinking about all those close losses. Sometimes that gets into a team's psyche, and you never know how they might respond to the fact if you've got a close ball game coming into the fourth quarter, like, how are we going to lose in this game this week? So that is a sport as important, I think, as anything for Ottawa. Just keep this thing close. Now, of course, if you get a lead, that's another matter altogether. But to keep the thing close and just see what happens.
Does the coaching staff kind of feel the positive changes that the players are beginning to reap those rewards and see those to kind of keep them moving forward?
I've talked to Coach Alexander and also to one of the other assistants here today. And one of the things that they point out is the fact that the offensive line is now really believing in themselves. And that is a major factor. You could see it last week in the rushing totals for Noah McCullough and Zion Wooden. Wooden, of course, for 2 consecutive weeks. But it's that offensive line that's doing the job and opening some holes. I think where the Cyclones still have some improvement to make, Bob, is with the defense. And it'll be interesting to see how they play against Eudora here this evening.
Real quick, Gary, your keys for this one for the Cyclones.
I'm sorry, Bob, what was that?
Your keys tonight for the Cyclones?
Keys? I think keys are going to be, don't let Eudora get out in front quickly here and dictate the pace and the tempo of the ball game.
Gary, good luck with the call tonight. You'll take the air around 6:40 and lead us all the way up to the kickoff at 7.
Sounds good, Bob. Thanks.
All right, Gary Bateman joining us from Eudora. We appreciate him joining us live. And now we head to Osage City, where the Band of Gypsies was there with signs and confetti. And I even heard that Luke Queen took the mic tonight and spit out a few bars. Luke Queen is joining us here on Friday Night Lights, and welcome in. How was your concert?
Oh, it's wonderful. As usual, great support that follows, for sure.
I hear you write the songs that the whole world sings?
That's the goal, as always, to bring peace and allow the world to sing together.
The only thing would be better is to get a Coke with that.
Absolutely.
Man, how do you rate? You get, what a fantastic matchup you get to call tonight on KOFO.com. You've got two teams who look to play a pivotal role in the state playoffs, and both sides of the ball for each team have been playing very well. So we should see a great matchup here tonight between Wellsville and Osage City.
Absolutely. When we were building the schedule for this fall, early this summer and kind of looking at some things, this was a game that I'm sure these two teams both had circled, but I circled immediately as one that I wanted to be around and get to cover. And it didn't disappoint, as we have two teams coming in 5-0 on the year and absolutely just doing everything you'd expect them to do. Both averaging over 40 points a ball game. Osage City actually averaging over 50 points a ball game. 339 yards offense for Wellsville per week, 420 yards of offense for Osage City every week. And then their defense is also just absolutely handling people as well. I just expect this to be one of, just a whale of a football game, and I'm just ecstatic I got to be here for it.
And you talk about Osage City's offense. Last 2 weeks have been over 60 points a game. So Wellsville on the defensive side of the ball really will have to have everything going full bore. What do you see as the key for the Eagles against this Osage City offense?
Well, Osage City, you don't score over 50, and then, as you said, with scoring over 60 the last couple weeks, there's only so many minutes on the clock where you can do that. So, they go quickly, and we saw that a couple weeks ago when we were here, that they just get out and they spread the football around. They can throw it, they can run it, and they strike fast. And, the key for Wellsville is just don't be back on your heels for it. Be ready for Osage City to come at you fast and try to just slow that down and take their tempo away from it. It's going to be a big key for Wellsville defensively, is going to be dictating the tempo when they're on defense. Is going to be probably the biggest key for Wellsville tonight that way. And then to continue to be sure tacklers, because they do an absolutely wonderful job with the first contact of, standing up the ball carrier, and then just a swarming defense, the remainder of the guys. There's so many times you're out here watching Wellsville, one guy initiates the tackle, and then all of a sudden there's 6 guys on him when the pile just hits the ground. That's just the way they attack the football, and they're going to need to do that a lot tonight against Osage City.
Well, and I think Wellsville's offense will I think this, if there was a night to grind the clock, this would be it, to keep that ball out of the Indians' hands.
Absolutely, and Wellsville uses multiple different backs. They use different formations to distribute the football. It's not just Nash Money is an exceptional running back, absolutely. With the way that he can run the football, averaging 90-plus yards per contest, and that's in not even playing much into the third or even fourth quarters of many football games, and he's averaging 90 yards per contest. But they also hand the ball off Benito Delgado, Jacob Hunsaker, David Sines. They use their splits. Dylan Schnorr will come in as well and run the football. And then Dylan McCarty, the quarterback, can also move with his feet as well. And, they're going to have to get those, settle for 2, 3, and 4 yard gains all night long. That to control the football as well and keep it out of the hands of that offense of Osage City.
We're going to look forward to hearing this one on KOFO.com. Luke, you'll take to the air about 6:50?
That's the plan, right about 6:50. Usually do the anthem about then around here, so it might be a couple minutes later, but it should be a fun one here, and I'm really looking forward to it tonight.
Good luck with your call, and we will talk to you again next Friday night.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Luke Queen joining us here on Friday Night Lights. We're going to take our final break of the evening and then give you a quick rundown of the rest of the action in the area for high school football. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO, KOFO.com.
When it comes to a good time, the KOFO Travel Club is a sure bet. Join the club Wednesday, November 10th for a trip to the Sac and Fox Casino. Your $28 fare covers round-trip service and $15 in free play. New members receive an extra $25. Is it your birthday? You'll get another $15. Sign up by Wednesday, October 20th. You must be 21 or older to enter the casino, and a valid government-issued ID is required. Pickups will be in Lewisburg at 7:15 in the morning at the Lewisburg Price Chopper, and in Ottawa at 8 at the municipal parking lot south of the Bottle House. Drop-offs will be in Ottawa at 3:45 in the afternoon and Lewisburg at 4:15 in the afternoon. Remember, Wednesday, November 10th, the KOFO Travel Club heads to the Sac and Fox Casino. Don't let the bus leave without you. Have more fun when you join the club, the KOFO Travel Club.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
Built to dominate the toughest of work days, Boot Barn now carries an expanded selection of Cody James Decimator work boots to support American workers in every trade. Made with durable full-grain leather, a Goodyear welt construction for longevity, a Vibram outsole for grip, and zero-gravity Zyklone insoles for all-day comfort, this is your heavy-duty work boot. Dominating functionality, Cody James Decimator boots, only at Boot Barn.
Today on Hey Culligan Smart Home, Smarter Water Softener, here's Kevin.
Hey, Culligan, can a smart water softener lift those heavy salt bags for me?
Kevin, it can.
Wait, it can?
Yep, the smart high-efficiency water softener from Culligan can alert your dealer when the salt needs to be replaced, and they'll do it for you, so your water stays soft and you stay away from lifting the bags.
I mean, I could lift them if I wanted.
No judgment here, Kevin. We're happy to do it, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Today's job market is full of demand for skilled trade workers. Electricians, welders, mechanics, these and other trades are the backbone of every community. They're also a huge part in making sure the Army National Guard is always fulfilling its mission of service to our country and communities. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. The skilled trades these soldiers perform are the same ones needed in today's civilian workforce. Army National Guard soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. With options from plumber to helicopter mechanic and everything in between, soldiers are able to select the trades that best fit their lives. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession and serve your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Final period of play here on Friday Night Lights. We're going to wrap this one up here as we get ready to send you out to your prospective games over on KOFO.com. That's where you're going to hear Wellsville at Osage City, and here on the mothership, 103.7 FM KOFO and 1220 AM. Also on KOFO.com, you'll hear Ottawa High at Eudora, and Gary Bateman will take to the air here in just a couple of minutes. Real quick, the rest of the action in the area tonight. Perry Lecompton 3-2 taking on the 0-5 Osawatomie Trojans. Bishop Ward taking on the winless Baldwin Bulldogs. Topeka Hayden 4-1 taking on the 1-4 Santa Fe Trail Chargers. 4-1 Frontenac taking on 1-4 Anderson County. 0-3 Rural Vista taking on 2-2 Merdozine Valley. 1-4 Chitopa taking on 2-3 Crest. And then 3-2 St. Paul at 3-1 Waverly. So that's the rest of the action in the area. And again, a reminder, we'll have scores for you as the evening goes on. We'll have scores on the KOFO Sports page. You'll also get wrap-ups of the action tonight, plus scores tomorrow morning on KOFO Sports during KOFO News. And don't forget, tonight at 10 o'clock, Eric Peterson will be on the air with the Kansas State High School Scoreboard Show, where you'll hear Gary's wrap-up along with Luke Queens. You'll probably hear some that will be as long as War and Peace, but that's neither here nor there. And you will be able to get caught up on all the high school football action going on in the state of Kansas for Week 6 as we continue to inch and march closer and closer to state playoff football. So that's how it all breaks down tomorrow afternoon. I'll be on the air with you at noon for Ottawa University Braves pregame. Kickoff is at 1 as the Braves will be taking on the St. Mary's Spires. So next this evening and tomorrow, full of football action. Tonight, the high school kind. Tomorrow, the college kind. It's going to wrap it up for us here this evening for Friday Night Lights. For Lars Johnson running the board back here, I'm Bob Johnson. We'll talk to you a week from tonight for another edition of Friday Night Lights.
Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this exclusive broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on 103.7 FM, 1220, and online at KOFO.com. Brought to you by Advent Health Ottawa, CarStar, Kansas State Bank, Quality Structures, and by Sutton's Jewelry, Vive Broadband, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and Kramer Pharmacy. Ottawa Cyclone football on KOFO is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa University, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Arvest Bank, and by State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, Ottawa High School, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, and the City of Ottawa. Now, with your Cyclone football pregame show, we head to the field and join the voice of the Cyclones, KOFO Sports Director Gary Bateman.
And welcome to Eudora District Stadium for tonight's high school football action between your Ottawa Cyclones and the Eudora Cardinals. Perfect evening for football here in the early stages of October, and it's homecoming here at Eudora High, so a huge crowd on hand on this side of the field. The crowd across the way continues to grow, and we certainly are hoping to see more Cyclone fans across the way as well. Ottawa comes into tonight's ball game off a nice victory last week over the Bonner Springs Braves, beating Bonner 30-13, while Eudora lost and a last-minute touchdown scored by Lewisburg, 13-12. Both teams now with records of 2-3 on the season, and both teams at this point, of course, playing for seeding in Class 4A for that Week 9 matchup. Hopefully, for one of these teams, or perhaps both of them, a home matchup for that first round of the playoffs. We'll take a break right here, come back and have our weekly conversation with Ottawa head football coach Walt Alexander. You're listening to Cyclone Pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
Ottawa High School is proud to partner with Kansas State Bank to sponsor the Ottawa High Student of the Week. Those recognized are chosen by Ottawa High staff for their outstanding performance in one or more areas, including academic achievement, student leadership, athletic performance, community outreach, school spirit, and overall modeling of positive behavior at Ottawa High School. The faculty and staff at Ottawa High are proud to have our community support the students in their chosen activities. Creating tomorrow's problem solvers today. That's Ottawa High School. Go Cyclones!
And it's time now for our weekly conversation with Ottawa High School head football coach Walt Alexander. Cyclones coming off a nice 30-13 victory last week over the Bonner Springs Braves. Coach, I know you probably saw several good things out of that ball game, but starting off the game with two quick scores, one on offense and the other one, basically set up by your special teams, really has got to be a big boost in a game like that.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, getting Noah going like that, but on those plays we scored on, I think the thing we were most proud of is how well we blocked it and how well we executed the play. It was a total team effort, and the kids felt really good about that.
I've noticed that the offensive line's kind of coming into its own now, and I know an offensive line is kind of a team within a team. Is that how you've seen that here the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, those guys are probably the most improved part of our whole team. They've had so far to go, and they've come so far in such a short period of time, and a lot of it just has to do with heart and guts and playing harder and being mentally and physically tougher, and they've really bought into that, and they're just coming off the ball better, and they're taking a lot of pride in what they're doing.
And you've got kind of a two-headed monster now between Noah McCullough and Zion Wooden as far as running the football. McCullough's a little bit more shifty. Zion just really kind of makes you pay for it whenever you hit him.
Yeah, Zion, we've been working really hard with him since June about getting downhill and being physical, and he's starting to run, just a lot more physical and keeping his legs going, and he's lowering his pads better, and I hope he continues to do that because he sure it opens up our offense when we can get him going downhill for sure. And Noah is a really good athlete, and he just executes well and does what he's supposed to do. And between those two guys, hopefully we can keep him going.
After the good start, the Cyclones then had a big, pretty much a 14-point swing there later in the ball game where he had a goal line stand and then took the ball down immediately and scored on a 97-yard touchdown drive. That is kind of a game breaker right there, I think.
That was a big swing of momentum for us, to have the goal line stand, which couldn't be more proud of our kids for that. That was a fantastic effort. I mean, because, the Parks kid at running back, and, they just did a really good job of keeping those guys out of the end zone. And then for us to turn around and have the mental toughness to keep a drive going and not have any mistakes and go 98 yards for a drive, that was huge. That was a huge part of the game.
And the Cyclones were able to close the game, too. And a lot of times that's a tough thing for a team that's not had much success. They get to that point and they think, what's, could possibly happen. That didn't happen on Friday night.
No, we didn't. We still just kind of stuck to what we'd like to do, and they worked the clock well. I thought our clock management was good. I thought Noah handled himself extremely well and ran the offense, and they kept doing what we'd been doing, and that was great to see him do it for more than a half. Or, a week before at Paola, I thought we played a pretty good half, and this time they tried to finish the game, and ultimately we did. And I'm just pleased with how far they've come, and hopefully we keep improving. We just got to take the next step and keep being competitive.
And that next step comes tonight against the Eudora Cardinals. We'll talk about the Cardinals after we take this time out. You're listening to Cyclone Pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
It's time to revive your internet. Get speeds all the way up to 1 gig. Plus, right now we're offering internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. Get Vibe's fiber-rich internet that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and our local friendly staff. So revive your internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. This is a limited time offer, so call today or visit vibebroadband.com to sign up. Offer ends 10/31/21. Modem taxes and fees extra, not available in all areas. See vibebroadband.com for additional restrictions.
Carol Morgan came to Arvest Bank needing to get a loan. Let's hear what happens.
So Carol, good news. You're approved for this loan and at this interest rate.
Yay, that's great.
You also mentioned you have some credit card debt. Would you be interested in rolling that into this loan so you're paying off that credit card at this same rate?
Really?
Yep, then it's all just one payment instead of two.
Wow, that's
helpful?
Very helpful.
Personal loans made easy. Arvest Bank, ready to help.
And we're back now talking with Coach Walt Alexander about the Cyclones and tonight's ball game against the Eudora Cardinals. Coach, the Cardinals have been kind of a hard luck team. They've got 3 losses, same record as the Cyclones, but they've lost on the last play of the ball game and a couple of late drives, and they are kind of a hard luck team to some extent. They have kept it close with just about everybody.
Yeah, they're a really good football team. They could easily be 5-0, and we know what we're up against. They run their wing tee, flex bone stuff exceptionally well. They've got tremendous athletes in a lot of spots, so it's going to take our best effort to be in the ball game, and we know that. But yeah, they're a very, very talented team, and they're going to play hard, and they're probably going to try to take it out on us because they've had so many close games. We realize what we're up against for sure.
Yeah, and I believe it's their homecoming game on top of that, so yeah, they will certainly be ready for us. What do you see that concerns you about that flex bone?
I would probably say that just the pieces they have in place that can hurt you. I think they've got their best athletes where they need them. Fullback, he's a talented kid. Their wingback is a talented kid. And the quarterback can pull it on the option, and he can take off on you. So you have to be so assignment sound, and you have to tackle well. And those kids are big, and they're strong, and they run downhill. And if you don't tackle well, it can be a really long night for us. And we worked really hard this week of, trying to be in the right spot at the right time. But there's no way a scout team can, emulate, what they do. And it's going to take us a little bit of time during that game to settle in and recognize the speed at which Eudora runs that stuff. Because our scout team, even though they try to do the best they can against us, it's very difficult to emulate that before a game. So it's going to take us a while to settle in, and I just hope that there's not too much damage done before we settle in.
Now, what will they show you on defense?
Well, they call themselves a 3-4 team, and I see them in a 4-3. So, nothing we haven't seen, but they're very good defensively. They're just a solid team all the way around, and they're going to play hard, and they're going to get after it, and we're going to have to try to do that to match that intensity and hopefully be in a game. I think it's going to be real similar to a Paola-type game. Hopefully we can eliminate the mistakes and play hard for 4 quarters because it's sure going to be a tough battle.
At this point in the schedule, with 5 games under your belt, a lot of teams kind of bunched right now in Class 4A in that 2 and 3 category. So basically, these last 3 ball games are playing for seeding and the possibility of getting a home game in the playoffs on that 9th week.
Yeah, I've looked at that too. Just when you get bored and you're sitting around, you kind of look at those things, and there is a lot of 2 and 3 teams. It's going to come down to we may be playing one of these teams again in the playoffs, and that's fine with us. We're just happy to be where we're at, but we're not satisfied by any stretch because I think we're improving. I think the kids want to keep getting better. We'd like to be in games and be extremely competitive, and hopefully with a chance to be in some. But we're not taking anything for granted. We know where we're at. We know that we've had to fight our butts off to get where we're at, and I'm really proud of the improvements we've made, and I think we're heading in the right direction. But make no mistake about it, Eudora and Lewisburg, Tonganoxie are still pretty good programs, so we've got to work it out.
Yes, as you mentioned in the first segment, this is really the next step. This is where the Cyclones need to take that next step and show that they're up in that same category.
Right. And that's what we want to do, at least be competitive, and we're not going to go in there and lay down, which, has happened in the past. I've watched film from last year, and I don't think our kids will do that. I think they have too much pride. I think they've improved so much. They're going to fight, and that's what we're looking for. Is if we can just keep fighting for 4 quarters, play hard every second of the game, and and keep getting the respect that these kids have earned because they've worked so hard.
Any injuries or illness to report for tonight's ball game?
Well, with Bret Hart's out this week. He had a kind of a fluke injury. We lost Austin Curtis to a broken collarbone there in the Paola game, and now Brett's out with a foot, so that didn't help us. But, kids are stepping up, and we move kids around. We got a lot of kids going both ways, and I think that's going to, we're getting in shape, and they're battling hard. So we got a lot of kids going both ways. But Brett's foot, the only thing we've got from last week, so he'll probably be out this week. And that's just, hopefully we get him back for next week.
Okay, Coach, thanks a lot for the conversation. We appreciate it, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Sounds great. Thanks.
We'll be back with more on Cyclone Pregame after this. You're listening to Ottawa High School Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Fall savings inside the Home Depot means something different once you get out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of top-rated appliances. But out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in store or use one-click bundling when you order online or in the Home Depot app. Shop the lowest prices of the season and enjoy free and flexible delivery on orders of $396 or more. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done. U.S. only. While supplies last, valid September 30th through October 20th.
Want better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash infused with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to renew skin surface cells, improving skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash to transform skin from dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling fearless in my skin. And now try new Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for healthier looking skin that improves over time. Olay Body.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Back here at Eudora High School, we get set for tonight's action. Don't forget we have the high school football scoreboard show for you tonight at 10 o'clock with your host, Eric Peterson. And a big mention out tonight for our KOFO game of the week. It's a big one. It's over in Osage City, where the 5-0 Osage City Indians are hosting the 5-0 Wellsville Eagles. Luke Queen is over there. He should have one whale of a football game here this evening. You can find out what's going on with that one by logging on to KOFO.com, and we'll keep you up to date on the scores as best we can here this evening. Quad captains meeting at the 50-yard line for the coin toss. Again, it is homecoming here, and a lot of enthusiasm for the Cardinals here this evening. Last year, Eudora beat Ottawa 29-3. They have kind of held serve here on this field. Cyclones have won the toss. They're going to receive the opening kickoff and move left to right as we see it. Now, there's not much wind at all here this evening. Temperature is just where you would want it. It's a great night for football, and we're glad if you couldn't be here in person that you're joining us here on the radio this evening. Tomorrow, it's Ottawa University football from Advent Health Field. From Leavenworth, where the Braves travel to take on the University of St. Mary. That is a 1 o'clock kickoff, and Bob Johnson will bring you the play-by-play. He will begin pregame at 12 noon tomorrow, right here on 103.7 FM and 1220 KOFO. Again, the Cyclones won the toss. They elected to receive. Coming off that 30-13 win last week against Bonner Springs. Eudora falling to Lewisburg in the last minute, 13-12. Next week, Cyclones are back at home. They'll take on Lewisburg at Steve Grogan Stadium. 7 o'clock is kickoff. 6:40 is pregame following Friday Night Lights. Ottawa and the Lewisburg Wildcats next Friday night here on KOFO. Javier Bracco will tee things up for Eudora. Another one of those situations where the Cardinals have those dark uniforms and then black numerals outlined in white. Almost impossible to tell who is who, but at least the Cyclones are in white here this evening. We should be able to get them for you pretty well. Hope you enjoy the action. Kick is to the far side. It'll be fielded by an up back and dropped by Zion Wood, and then he goes to a knee at the 18-yard line, and that was a unforced error right there by Wooden. He should have allowed the deep back Navarro come up and take that play, but instead tried to make a catch himself. It went through his hands, and he went to a knee to corral the football. The Cyclones will start at their own 18, 1st and 10. Noah McCullough will be the quarterback. He is a senior. Running backs will be Zion Wooden and Wyatt Sink. Actually, just Wooden lined up in the backfield as McCullough works out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Handoff Wooden off the right side, has a hole across the 20 and out to around the 22-yard line for a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
They'll mark him at the 21, second and 7. 2 receivers right, 1 left. This time handoff left side to Wooden, fights his way out to the 23 for a couple, and that's about it. So Ottawa will have 3rd and 5 at their own 23.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 5, Cyclones.
Hayden Dury and Reese Fogle split this side as receivers. 2 receivers left as well. And keeping is McCullough, finding his way forward. He's got the first down out across the 30, now to about the 31. McCullough faked into the line, then kept it himself and took it for a first down just outside the 30.
Brandon Hubler on the top of the Cardinals.
Sink will come out. Navarro into the ball game. He'll split as a receiver this way. 1st and 10 Cyclones. 4-man front for Eudora. Wooden right at the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Fights his way forward out near the 35. Nice run by the junior Wooden. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6. Empty backfield this time. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Navarro in motion. He'll get the... No, keeping is McCullough. McCullough will try to break it to the outside. He'll get a couple out to the 37. He faked to Navarro, and McCullough called his own number. 2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down 4 upcoming. 9:59 to play, first period. Nothing. Ottawa on the opening drive of the ball game. And a flag down. Ball start against the Cyclones. So that changes the play calling strategy there. 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 4.
3rd and 9 for Ottawa.
Navarro in the backfield this time with McCullough. And he'll drop the throw. Under pressure, sets up the screen. Out to Navarro. Navarro makes the catch down the sideline to the 50, and then fumbles the football. Loose ball. Eudora says they've got it. Let's check to the officials. The question was he out of bounds? He was along that sideline over on the Cyclone side. The officials confer.
Ball just got loose on the play. We're waiting on the referee's ruling.
The spot is at the 48.5 of Eudora. Everybody hanging around to see what's going to be called here. And let's see. Is there a penalty called? Let's check here. The official came out holding one of his arms like it was a block in the back. But the striped shirts still don't know what the overall call is going to be here. Navarro on the screen pass picked up first down yardage and then some. Still a conference going on. The teams have gone back to their huddles. Ottawa's offense has not left the field yet.
How about another hand for the little cheer girls tonight?
And now the referee says the first down Ottawa. Cyclones 1st and 10. in Eudora territory. Now check that. They'll spot it just shy of the 50 at the 49 of Ottawa.
Ottawa ball, first and 10 from the Cyclones 49-yard line.
That's a break for OHS right there. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. First and 10 at their own 49. Power formation. And keeping is McCullough trying to get around the corner. Does. 45, 43 of Eudora before he's brought down. That'll be a gain of 8.
So on the field of the ball carrier, tackle made by Cole Manning and Dr. Herring. Gain of 8 on the
Second down and 2 for the Cyclones. Reese Fogle comes into the ball game with the play call. He'll split far side as a receiver. This formation double tight. Handoff Wooden. First down inside the 40, down to the 38. Following the left guard that time, and Wooden picks up first down yardage on a gain of 5.
Tackle made by Trenton Long. That run good for an Ottawa first down.
Clock running, 7:45 to play in the first. Ottawa started this drive at their own 18. They have it first and 10 at the Eudora 38. It's McCullough keeping around the left side, and he's upended as he crosses the 35. Nice open field tackle out there by the Cardinals. And a gain on the play of about 3. Let's call it 2nd and 7. McCullough has become much more confident these last couple of weeks in keeping the ball himself, using his legs. One wide receiver split this side on 2nd and 7. Option play right, keeping McCullough. Blockers in front of him, turns the corner, 30, 25, 20, and down the sidelines and run out of bounds finally, all the way down to the Eudora 13-yard line.
Tackled by Silas Etter. That run good for an Ottawa first down.
That time McCullough followed his blockers, and they got the blocks. First and 10 Cyclones at the 13. Tiernan Reed Cox split far side as a receiver. Wooden on the carry, up the middle, spins across the 10, and still fighting his way forward and all the way down near the 6-yard line. So Wooden will pick up 6. Second down and 4 at the Cardinal 7.
Gain of 7, second and 3 for the Cyclones.
Again, Wooden is the deep back. This time it's Wyatt Sink, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa. Counter play to Wyatt Sink in a 7-yard touchdown run. Reese Fogle in to try the extra point. Zayton Vink will be the holder. Ball's down. Fogle's kick is up, and the kick is good. There's timeout on the field with 6 minutes to play in the first period. The score is Ottawa 7 and Eudora nothing. We'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
The soothing scent of Vicks Vapor Rub. It's only one of the most iconic smells ever. That cooling, comforting scent generations of families have come to trust to help them feel better. And now you trust to soothe your family. Pick up some Vicks Vapor Rub in the little blue jar and wrap yourself with the calm only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub, always there for you.
Cyclones take the opening kickoff and drive it 82 yards for a touchdown. Wyatt Sink from 7 yards out. Extra point attempt by Reese Vogel, good to make the score. Ottawa 7 and Eudora nothing, as Vogel will tee it up. Wellsville has jumped out to an early lead on Osage City. 7-0 Eagles midway through the first. Officials whistle. Now they're just going to reset the play clock here.
Reese Vogel keeps it out for the Cyclones.
I'm sorry, I really can't tell you who's back deep for Eudora. Like the Cardinals may have had an extra player out there. And the Cyclones were offside. Vogel took a little stutter step, and one of the people on the left side got across the 40 before the ball was kicked. That'll push it back, and Cyclones will kick it from the 35.
The Cyclones outside the ball. And Vogel will tee it up again for the Cyclones.
Deep backs for Eudora now standing at around the 15, and actually more toward the 20. High end over end kick. We feel it at about the 11. Looking for an opening and finds one across the 30 and brought down across the 40-yard line. And that was Adrian Seals with a nice kick return. And the Cardinals will have good field position to start their opening drive. Cyclones will go with a 4-man front, 6 in the box. Handoff straight up the middle and about 4 yards for the running back. That is Braden Bierbauer. Second down and 6. Double tight for Eudora. Handoff once again, Bierbauer, and he's close to first down yardage into Cyclone territory. They'll spot him, though, right at the 50, down at the 50, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
That's made by Tommy Evans. In the trailing play, 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals.
Frontenac has jumped out on top of Anderson County. Raiders 7, Bulldogs nothing. 3rd and 1 here. Keeping is the quarterback into the secondary. He's got a first down and all the way to the 40. Gage Hayden
Tackle made by Derek Gomez and Kieran.
So Eudora moves the chains, 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 40. One receiver split this side. Hayden under center. Keeps it himself and gets a couple.
Hayden, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Parker Googe.
Parker Googe made the tackle for Ottawa. It's a gain of 3. Second down 7. 3:45 to play in the first period. Ottawa leads 7-0. This time the wide receiver split far side. Keeping again is Hayden, cuts it against the grain, and they'll get it down inside the Ottawa 30 and all the way down to 27 and a first down. Kieran Reed Cox made the tackle, but not until Hayden picks up yardage to the Cyclone 26. Bierbauer is the back. Hayden's under center. And Eudora's got to burn a timeout here. Timeout comes with 2:41 to play in the first. Ottawa 7, Eudora nothing. 30-second break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Turn care into career with Advent Health Ottawa. Clinical, non-clinical, and professional roles are waiting for the right people, and you could be one of them while earning a minimum starting pay of $14.50 per hour. Log on to careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa today. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you.
Play clock was running down, and Eudora had to use its first timeout. First and 10 from the OHS 26. Hayden will hand it off to Bierbauer, pushing the pile forward, gets inside the 20 and is near a first down, close to the 17. That'll be a 9-yard pickup. Anderson County has scored. They have tied up Frontenac 7-7. Second and 1. Hayden down the flat, finds an open receiver, and down to the 10-yard line goes Adrian Seals. Aaron Quillen made the tackle. It will be first and goal at the 10. Paola has jumped out to a 7-0 lead on Piper. That game at Panther Stadium tonight. Bierbauer drives the pile forward down to around the 7. Actually, they'll spot him at the 6 for a gain of 4.
Tackle made by Gomez and gain of 4 on the play. Second and goal.
Clock is running. 1:10 to play here in the first period. Cyclones leading 7-0, but Eudora knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the Ottawa 6. Bierbauer off the left side. He is in, untouched. Touchdown, Eudora. Extra point attempt is on the way, and it is good. There's timeout on the field, 50 seconds. And Ottawa and Eudora are tied 7 apiece. We'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Eudora answers with a 59-yard touchdown drive. It was Braden Bierbauer scoring from 6 yards out. Gage Baumgartner added an extra point, and we're all knotted up at 7-7, and we played nearly a full quarter. Bracco will kick it off. Navarro back deep. Line drive kick near side. That's going to be finally rolling out of bounds. Kiernan Reed Cox watching it, and it finally rolls out of bounds. Let's see what Ottawa decides to do here. They can force Eudora to kick it again, or they can take it, I believe, at their own 35. Cyclones will take it at the 35, 1st and 10. First possession, Ottawa took it 82 yards for a touchdown. Come out of the shotgun, hand it right up the middle to Sink, and Sink gets it a couple 3 yards out to the 38. Gain on the play of 3.
About 5 Cardinals in there on the stop for Eudora. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Wooden now will be the deep back on 2nd and 7. And Wooden gets the carry, finding his way forward, but not much there this time. He's only out to the 40. And I will be staring at a 3rd and 5. But most likely they're going to do it at the start of the second period as the clock inside 10 seconds to go. And that is the end of the first quarter. At the end of one here at Eudora High School, Ottawa 7, Eudora 7. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code GREAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code GREAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GREAT.
Cyclones with a 3rd and 5 to start the second period. And it'll be a handoff and a bit of a problem with that handoff as they got it to Wooden, and Wooden only picks up a yard off the left side to about the 41. And the Cyclones now in a punting situation. Fogel will drop back in punt formation. Twin safeties for the Cardinals. Good snap. Fogel's kick is away. It's a wobbly kick. It'll bounce at the 30, bounce straight in the air, and it'll be rolling dead at the 31-yard line, and that's where Eudora will start this drive. So Eudora made some adjustments and stopped the Cyclones 3 and out. Let's see if Ottawa can do the same. Wellsville leads Osage City 7-0 into the first at Osage City. West Franklin on top of Eureka 7-0. That game late first period. 1st and 10 Cardinals. Gage Hayden under center. And handoff on a quick hitter. Bierbauer up across the 35, picks up about 4.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Hayden over to the sideline to get the play call. Sends a single man left. Handoff this time to the second man through. And maybe a yard out to the 37, maybe the 38. And who was that? It was Bierbauer once again.
Evans and Wyatt Sink on the stop.
Evans and Sink making the tackle. And Eudora faces a 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 4.
Again, a quick hitter to Bierbauer, and he's got the first down and more across the 45 out to the 46-yard line.
Bierbauer the ball carrier on that play. Wyatt Sink with the tackle.
New set of downs for the Cardinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, if any of you had a kindergarten through 2nd grade little cheerleader, please pick them up on the south side of the stadium. Thank you.
Hayden on 1st and 10, looks to throw. Throws a deep ball down the sideline. He's got a man wide open. Catch is made. He will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. But there is a flag back in the Eudora backfield. There's a flag back at the Cardinal 43. Let's check it and see. It is a touchdown. Then a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Eudora and Ottawa. So offsetting penalties there, but the touchdown does count.
outstanding penalties of both frogs for those working like contact.
That was Adrian Seals on that bomb, and Hayden hit him in stride. Extra point attempt coming up. And the kick is away, and it is good. There's timeout on the field. 9:21 to play in the half. It's Eudora 14 and Ottawa 7. Kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Want better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash infused with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash with collagen hydrates to renew skin surface cells, improving skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash to transform skin from dry and dull to firm and radiant, so I can step into my day feeling fearless in my skin. And now try new Olay Body Lotion, which hydrates for healthier looking skin that improves over time. Olay Body.
Well, the bomb covers 52 yards from Hayden to Seals. Eudora now leads 14-7 as they'll get set to kick it off. Javier Bracco to kick it.
Javier Bracco, the kickoff for the Cardinals.
High kick, far side, and that'll be fielded on the bounce by Navarro at the 8. He's in trouble. He will not get back to the 20. The Cyclones will start back at their own 17, it looks like.
Matt Douglas, the first Cardinal on the tackle for Eudora.
So now the Cyclones need to answer. Ottawa High went 3 and out on their last possession. They'll send Fogel as a wide receiver this side. Formation is strong left. Keeping is McCullough. And McCullough gets a couple out to the 19 before he's snowed under.
So on McCullough, the ball carrier. Brayden Hoover, the first Cardinal on the tackle. Gain of 2, second and 8.
Second and 8. Spring Hill has scored. They lead Tonganoxie 7-0. Broncos undefeated and ranked in the latest K-Preps poll, ranked number 5 in Class 5A this week. Option left. McCullough avoids a tackler. Now he's in the backfield. He'll be dropped for a loss. Loss of a yard, 3rd and 9. Of course, the Cyclones are missing Brett Hart tonight, so they're missing a receiver. It's a passing situation, and they'll empty the backfield. McCullough has plenty of time. Now he'll roll right, being chased, looking to get to the pylon and out of bounds, and it looks like he got the first down at the 28-yard line. McCullough turned on the afterburners and got beyond the sticks and picks up the first down. Formation strong left, hand up off the middle to Wooden. Wooden crosses the 30 out to the 31, and that'll be a gain of a couple.
Tylon Wooden, the ball carrier. After
2nd and 8, Cyclones without a huddle. Again, it's Wooden trying to follow blockers, and he won't get much. Good job by Eudora to string that play out.
Wooden, the ball carrier.
Gets a couple out to the 33. The Cyclones will face a 3rd and 6. Clock running, 7:09 to play in the half. Very quick moving first half. Cyclones have yet to attempt a pass. In motion, Sink to throw McCullough out in the flat, and nobody out there in that area, and the pass falls incomplete.
That's going to bring up a 4th and 6.
Frontenac's retaking the lead on Anderson County, 14-7. Raiders with the advantage. That game at Garnett tonight. So Fogel back again in punt formation.
Ottawa lines up in punt formation. Lyles and Fields back for the Cardinals.
This time a line drive kick. Bounces, gets an Ottawa roll, big Ottawa roll inside the 20, and will roll dead at the 15-yard line. And that is a 52-yard punt with no return. So the Cyclone defense now needs to step up, trailing 14-7. Piper's kicked a field goal. Paola's kicked a field goal. They lead Piper 10-0 now. Big game for the Panthers. Come into tonight's action 2-3. Waverly leads St. Paul 22-0. First and 10 Cardinals. Hayden under center. Hands it off to Bierbauer, finds a hole out across the 20. Picks up about 5 yards. 2nd down, 5.
Brandon Bierbauer, ball carrier for the Cardinals. Tackle made by Colin Creek.
At the end of 1, Lewisburg nothing, Bonner Springs nothing. Receiver split far side. Blitz coming. Handoff Bierbauer again, and he's close to first down yardage. Looks like he's got it at the 25.5.
Brandon Bierbauer, the ball carrier, tackle made by Creek and Cooper Stone. And that run good for a Cardinal.
So Eudora with a new set of downs. They lead at 14-7. We have 5:37 to play in the first half. And Hayden calls his own number this time and gets good yardage out across the 33, maybe the 34. That'll be a gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
That's a gain of 8 for Eudora. We're at 2nd and 2.
Eureka has scored, but they missed the extra point. West Franklin leads 7-6 in the second. Handoff, Bierbauer, big hole across the 45, and tripped up by Colin Creech as he reaches the 48. And Eudora moved the chains once again. Wellsville has scored again. Their lead now 13-0 over Osage City. That's our KOFO Game of the Week at KOFO.com. Back to throw is Hayden. Throws deep down the sidelines. That pass will be intercepted by Colin Creech. Creech had great coverage on the play. He did not bite for the pump fake, and the Cyclones will have it at their own 23.
Intercepted by the Cyclones, Colin Creech.
So the first turnover of the ball game goes Ottawa's way. And now with 3:58 on the clock and all 3 timeouts, let's see what Ottawa can do offensively. Vogel is a receiver right. Power I formation. McCullough's under center. He fumbled the football, but got it into Sink, and Sink makes good yardage out near the 30-yard line. Looked like that snap was fumbled, but Sink picks up 7.
Again, a 7 on the play. 2nd and 3, second.
Currently, Compton shutting out Osawatomie 21-0. Here it's 14-7 Eudora. Clock ticks down, 3:22 to go in the half. We'll have a report from the KOFO newsroom at halftime, and Ottawa's going to use its first timeout here. Timeout with 3:18 to go in the second period. It's Eudora 14, Ottawa 7, and we'll return in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on 103.7 FM and 1220 KOFO.
Tech neck is real. If you're an avid mobile device operator and suffer from headaches, neck, and back pain, it could be tech neck. What you may not realize is your posture playing a huge part in your pain. It can be corrected. Find out more from Ottawa Chiropractic, 785-242-4100.
Medicare Part D coverage can be confusing. We can help. This is Laura from Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Stop in and let us help you find the best option for your needs when it comes to Medicare Part D. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main, open Monday through Saturday and online anytime at kramerrx.com.
Ottawa uses its first timeout. They have the ball 2nd down and 3 at the 30. Again, it appears that McCullough's going to go under center here. Handoff Wooden straight up the middle, fighting his way forward, but he does not have the first down. Stopped shy by about a half a yard, it appears.
Wooden in the ball carrier.
And the side official, other side, says we may need to measure this.
Looks like we're going to possibly have a measurement for a first down.
So they'll bring the chains across. Looked like Zion Wooden got a favorable spot there. Did not look from this vantage point like he got to the sticks, but they'll measure it anyway. High school football scoreboard show. Well, they decided it's not necessary. They give the Cyclones a first down. So that was actually a very favorable spot, and Ottawa gets a 1st and 10 at their own 33. Clock is running inside 3 minutes to go in the half. This time out of the shotgun. McCullough will keep it himself, looks for a block. Flag is thrown. That's going to come back. There's another flag thrown. And Ottawa's going to be guilty of holds or blocks in the back here.
Dr. Barry, the first card will make contact.
The spot of the fouls looked like the 33 on the one official, 36 on the other one. Well, do we have offsetting penalties? holding against Ottawa. Face mask against Eudora. Those penalties will offset.
One against Ottawa for holding, one against Eudora for a face mask.
So it'll still be 1st and 10. They'll start the clock back up. 2:30 to play in the half. McCullough hands it off to Wooden. Wooden is hit at the 36, but he delivered most of the damage right there. But the defender was able to bring him down at the 37 for a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Wooden up the middle off the right guard for a gain of about 2. And it'll be 3rd and 4. I'm a little surprised here because the defenders for Eudora are playing off the wide receivers. Looks like it might be a good thing to throw one out in the flat and see what you might be able to get here. 3rd down and 4. And it's Wooden. Wooden cuts it against the grain. He's got 1st down yardage and more. He's into Eudora territory and all the way down to the 42. Wooden made a nice cut against the grain there, and the Cyclones in Cardinal territory. Clock is still running, 1:18 to play here in the half. Ottawa has 2 timeouts remaining. Straight up the middle on the quarterback draw. McCullough picks up about 4. But Ottawa's got to use a timeout here soon. 2nd down and 6. Ottawa goes without a huddle. Navarro in motion. Now the ball fumbled, and it looks like Eudora got it. So that stops the Cyclone drive. Eudora will have it at its own 43 with 45 seconds to go in the half. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. And they have run that pump and go to great effect here. Well, I should say with middling effect. Last one was intercepted. So you got to watch out for that. Keeping is Hayden, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. And timeout will be called for by Eudora. Timeout with 40 seconds to play in the half. Cyclones trail Eudora 14-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Ottawa High School football on KOFO.
132 conference championships, 146 NAIA scholar teams, 43 NAIA national tournament appearances, and 237 All-Americans. Ottawa University has a long and rich tradition of Braves athletes that continue to compete at the highest level of competition, utilizing state-of-the-art facilities, accomplished coaches, and a spirit that only comes from wearing the black and gold. Push yourself to limits you never imagined as a student athlete at Ottawa University. Visit ottawa.edu/OUKS.
One timeout remaining for Eudora. They face 2nd down and a long 9. Wilsford has kicked a field goal. They lead Bonner Springs 3-0. 5.5 to go first half. Piper's gotten on the board against Paola. Panthers lead 10-6 after a Pirate touchdown. 14-7 Eudora here. 2nd down and 9. Pitch back goes to Bierbauer. Finding a running room. He's to the sidelines. He's to the 40. And run out of bounds by Tiernan Reed Cox at the Cyclone 34. That will stop the clock with 32 seconds to play in the half. Seals, the wide receiver, split far side. Hayden under center. Three-step drop, throws out the flat to Seals, trying to get outside of Fogel, and does. He's down the sidelines and bumped out of bounds as he reaches the 13. Reese Fogel, who is very quick, had nothing to do with catching Seals. He couldn't do it. And again, going out of bounds, stops the clock with 23 ticks left. Eudora gets the second half kickoff. The Cyclones have got to come up big here defensively. Hayden hands it off to Bierbauer. Bierbauer fights his way inside the 10. He's down to around the 7. And we'll have a timeout called for by the Cardinals. They'll take their final timeout with 19 seconds to play in the half. Eudora leads Ottawa 14-7. Back in 30 seconds. This is Ottawa High Football on KOFO.
Eddie Thompson came to Arvest Bank looking for a new checking account. Let's hear what happens.
So Eddie, that's my Blue Checking. With free Blue Checking, you get e-statements, access to our Arvest Go app.
Wait, by free, you mean it's free for the first 6 months or something?
No, it's actually free.
But what about monthly fees?
Nope, no monthly service fees.
Wow, that's really
helpful.
Very helpful.
Free yourself from monthly fees with free Blue Checking. Arvest Bank, ready to help.
Eudora out of timeouts. They face a second down and 5 at the 7. The ball is on the left hash mark. Certainly a makeable field goal from this spot if they can't get it any closer or get it into the end zone. Hayden under center. And we'll have a whistle and a Cyclone timeout.
And that'll be Ottawa's second call timeout in the second half.
Well, Walt Alexander did not like what he saw there in the offensive set from Eudora. Uses a timeout here. We'll keep it here at the stadium. Frontenac has scored again. They lead Anderson County 21-7 in the second period. We'll get you up to date on scores at halftime. Again, we have an elongated halftime with homecoming activities, and we'll have a report from the KOFO newsroom and the KOFO Weather Center forecast at intermission. Tomorrow we have Ottawa University football from Leavenworth. Braves take on the Spires of the University of St. Mary. 1 o'clock kick, 12 o'clock pregame. Bob Johnson, all the play-by-play for you tomorrow right here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Eudora facing a 2nd and 5 at the Ottawa 7. Eureka has scored again. They've taken the lead on West Franklin 12-7. This time receivers are split to each side of the field. Ottawa's going to double the receiver this side. Hayden looks to throw, rolls left. Now he has an opening, trying to head for the end zone. Did he get there? He is in. Touchdown. Well, that was big. Cardinals now up 21-7 with the extra point attempt coming up. And the extra point attempt is good. 12 seconds to play. Score with 12 seconds to play in the half. Eudora 21, Ottawa 7. Kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Ottawa University has positioned itself as a distinctive and rapidly expanding institution, known for its innovative educational models, exceptional value, and special ability to prepare diverse student populations for lifetimes of enlightened faith, exemplary service, inspired leadership, and personal significance. With numerous undergraduate and graduate degrees in business, education, arts and sciences, athletics, and more, you'll gain the specific expertise you need for a lifetime of significance and prosperity. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu/OUKS.
That was a 57-yard drive by the Cardinals, and they did it with just 12 seconds left on the clock, and they now lead it by 14. Ottawa switched things up a little bit. They've got Tiernan Reed Cox, the deep man. Navarro is one of the up backs. Let's see what Eudora does here. They'd be smart probably to kick it on the ground. They do kick it deep, and Reed Cox will field it at the 9. He's out across the 20 and out to the 23. So Cyclones can get one play off, you would think, maybe two, but at this point, might be smart just to take a knee. Started off well for Ottawa. They scored on their opening possession. An 82-yard touchdown drive capped off by a 7-yard run by Wyatt Sink. McCullough will go under center, and he will take a knee. And that will be the end of the first half of play. Score here from Eudora District Stadium. Cardinals 21, Cyclones 7. We'll be back after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
At a time of loss, you're already dealing with grief. The cost of a funeral service shouldn't add to it. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing affordable services for everyone. Find out more by visiting lamb-roberts.com.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Have you received an email, call, or text about winning a sweepstakes you didn't enter? Don't fall victim to the latest scams. Hi, this is Shelby from Kansas State Bank, encouraging you to protect yourself against these unsolicited attempts to take your money. Contact your financial institution immediately to protect your account if you feel you've been targeted. A reminder from Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
The soothing scent of Vicks Vapor Rub. It's only one of the most iconic smells ever. That cooling, comforting scent generations of families have come to trust to help them feel better. And now you trust to soothe your family. Pick up some Vicks Vapor Rub in the little blue jar and wrap yourself with the calm only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub, always there for you.
We're at halftime here at Eudora District Stadium, and the Cardinals have taken a 21-7 lead. Ottawa took the opening kickoff, drove it 82 yards all on the ground, and scored on a 7-yard run by senior Wyatt Sink. Reese Fogel tacked on the extra point attempt, and Ottawa led 7-0, and they took half of the first quarter to do it. Eudora used almost the rest of the first period in scoring on their opening drive that covered 59 yards. It was a 6-yard run by Braden Bierbauer for the score. Gage Baumgartner's extra point attempt made it 7-7. Then the Cyclones had to punt, and Eudora took it 69 yards to pay dirt. And the touchdown was the big play, 52-yard bomb from Gage Hayden to Adrian Seals. Baumgartner's extra point made it 14-7. Cardinals with the lead at the 9:21 mark of the second period. Ottawa looked like it was driving. They got the ball into Cardinal territory, but then fumbled. It was recovered at the Eudora 43-yard line, and Eudora took it down the field, scored on a 7-yard run by the quarterback, Gage Hayden. Extra point attempt was good, and with 12 seconds to go in the half, that made the score Eudora 21 and Ottawa 7, and that's where we stand right here. We'll take a 2-minute break right here, come back with a report from the KOFO newsroom and a look at the Weather Center forecast. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Life goes on, and that means you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You also should consider preparing for the inevitable. We can help with that. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
Legends of Nashville, brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
American Idol winner Scotty McCreery has a special name for his old pickup.
The truck's name is Loretta, after one of my favorites, Loretta Lynn. If you ever come through Raleigh, North Carolina, you might see a little brown truck driving around. That'll be me and Loretta.
Legends of Nashville, presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Step your game up with NFL Red Zone from NFL Network.
It is good to be back.
Join host Scott Hansen for 7 hours of live commercial-free coverage, bringing you every game-changing play as it happens.
You can kiss him goodbye.
And we've got 18 weeks of every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
The biggest season ever starts now.
Go to NFL.com/RedZone and get it today.
It's time to revive your internet. Get speeds all the way up to Vibe 1 gig. Plus, right now we're offering internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. Get Vibe's fiber-rich internet that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and our local friendly staff. So revive your internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. This is a limited time offer, so call today or visit vibebroadband.com to sign up. Offer ends 10/31/21. Modem taxes and fees extra, not available in all areas. See vibebroadband.com for additional restrictions.
Good evening. I'm William Mayo in the KOFO newsroom with this hour's top stories. The Franklin County Public Works Department may have gotten a big break on a replacement water truck. The current truck is over 40 years old and obsolete. Public Works Director David Lee told the County Commission he's found a dealer with a good used truck.
They took this particular 2009 Peterbilt in on a trade. In conversations with them, we let them know that we were looking for a good used cabin chassis, and they recommended this. So Kirk Anderson, our shop foreman, and I went down and looked at it. Kirk inspected it and was able to drive it. We feel pretty good about this particular truck and chassis. It needs brakes and tires.
Lee says the 2009 truck, along with several modifications to the tank and other items, will cost almost $60,000. There are a lot of questions out there surrounding the COVID vaccination. One question that many doctors are getting asked comes from women that are pregnant. Is it safe to take the vaccination? Actually, yes, and it's recommended. Local pediatrician Dr. Chris Koster says the antibodies can be passed to the unborn body, protecting it. And once the baby is born,
breastfeeding can be protective because we know that antibodies to COVID do cross into breast milk. By breastfeeding, a vaccinated mother can pass on antibodies to a baby, which can be protective. Mom is going to be, in most cases, especially if they're breastfeeding, the caregiver who is closest to that child all the time. They would be the one with the highest potential to spread really any illness to that baby in the immediate newborn period. For a variety of reasons, it's really important for pregnant women to get vaccinated.
He added that there's no evidence of the vaccination harming any unborn child. Now for the exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast. Tonight mostly clear with a low of 63. Tomorrow mostly sunny and breezy with a high of 92. Tomorrow night mostly clear and breezy with a low of 68. Sunday a 20% chance of showers after 2 in the afternoon, mostly sunny with a high of 82. Sunday night an 80% chance of showers, overcast with a low of 57. Monday an 80% chance of showers and possibly a thunderstorm before 8 in the morning, overcast with a high of 69. Monday night mostly clear with a low of 49. Tuesday a 20% chance of showers after 2 in the afternoon, sunny with a high of 77. I'm William Mayo, KOFO News.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code GREAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code GREAT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GREAT.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
We're back here at Eudora District Stadium, where the score at halftime is Eudora 21 and Ottawa 7. Cyclones drove down the field for the touchdown on their opening possession, but since that time, Eudora has answered with 21 consecutive points. And they have opened up the 14-point advantage here at intermission. It's homecoming here. And an elongated halftime here with they just announced their homecoming king and queen. I want to remind you that we have the high school football scoreboard show coming your way tonight. That is at 10 o'clock with your host, Eric Peterson. Eric will take you around the state with scores and reports for week 6 of the high school football season. So join us tonight and every Friday night for the high school football scoreboard show right here on KOFO. Tomorrow we have Ottawa University football as the Braves, coming off a win over the Tabor Blue Jays, will travel to Leavenworth to take on the University of St. Mary. Spires hosting the Braves, and the kickoff is scheduled for 1. Pre-game with Bob Johnson begins at 12 noon tomorrow right here on 103.7 and 1220 KOFO. Again, it's halftime. Eudora leads Ottawa by the score of 21-7. We'll take a 2-minute break here, come back with more. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Wherever you and your vehicle go, you can trust your vehicle repairs to CarStar with our limited nationwide warranty on all qualifying repairs. Call CarStar Ottawa at 242-8916. CarStar, relax. We'll take it from here.
This is Walt Dengel of Dengel & Son Mortuary. We have only a short time to make arrangements and take care of countless details. We pride ourselves in directing funerals that are flawless. Dengel & Son sets a standard for funeral service.
Ottawa High School is proud to partner with Kansas State Bank to sponsor the Ottawa High Student of the Week. Those recognized are chosen by Ottawa High staff for their outstanding performance in one or more areas, including academic achievement, student leadership, athletic performance, community outreach, school spirit, and overall modeling of positive behavior at Ottawa High School. The faculty and staff at Ottawa High are proud to have our community support the students in their chosen activities. Creating tomorrow's problem solvers today. That's Ottawa High School. Go Cyclones!
Today's job market is full of demand for skilled trade workers. Electricians, welders, mechanics, these and other trades are the backbone of every community. They're also a huge part in making sure the Army National Guard is always fulfilling its mission of service to our country and communities. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. The skilled trades these soldiers perform are the same ones needed in today's civilian workforce. Army National Guard soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. With options from plumber to helicopter mechanic and everything in between, soldiers are able to select the trades that best fit their lives. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession and serve your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard, aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Crowd being entertained now by the Eudora High Marching Band at halftime, where Eudora leads Ottawa High 21-7. Cyclones home next Friday night to take on the Lewisburg Wildcats, who are in action on the road tonight at Bonner Springs. The 7 o'clock kickoff from Steve Grogan Stadium. Friday Night Lights begins after the 6 o'clock news, and our pregame begins at about 6:40 next Friday evening as the Cyclones and the Wildcats renew their rivalry right here on KOFO. Let's take a look at scores that we have at halftime in our KOFO Game of the Week. Wellsville is shutting out Osage City. The Eagles are number 4 this week in the Class 2A rankings, while Osage City checks in at number 2. But right now, the Eagles have the upper hand. They lead Osage City 13-0. Log on to KOFO.com and follow Luke Queen in that ball game. That's a big one. Both teams coming into tonight's play 5-0 and undefeated at 2-0 in the district. No score to report to you on Baldwin and Ward. That game being played just down the road at Baldwin tonight. At the half, Linden shutting out Central Heights in Class 1A play, 28-0. Frontenac is leading Anderson County 35-7. I believe that was late second quarter. At halftime, Paola 10, Piper 6. It's Lewisburg shutting out Bonner Springs at half in Bonner, 9-0. Also a halftime score, Perry Lecompton, the Cause, 42-0 over Osawatomie. No score to report to you on Rural Vista at Meridazine Valley this evening. Halftime score from Tonganoxie, where the Chieftains, in a bit of a surprise, leading Spring Hill 7-6. Hayden all over Santa Fe Trail 42-0. That is also a halftime score. At halftime, Eureka is leading West Franklin 12-7. And Waverly on top of St. Paul tonight at halftime 38-0. Once again, here the score is Eudora 21 and Ottawa 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Fall sales inside the Home Depot means something different once you get out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of Samsung laundry appliances. But out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in store or use one-click bundling when you order online or in the Home Depot app. And enjoy even more savings on Samsung laundry units with free and flexible delivery on orders of $396 or more at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last, valid September 30th through October 20th.
It's time to revive your internet. Get speeds all the way up to Vibe 1 gig. Plus, right now we're offering internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. Get Vibe's fiber-rich internet that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and our local friendly staff. So revive your internet for only $39.99 per month with free installation. This is a limited time offer, so call today or visit vibebroadband.com to sign up. Offer ends 10/31/21. Modem taxes and fees extra, not available in all areas. See vibebroadband.com for additional restrictions.
Hi, I'm Laura Howard, Secretary of the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services. In Kansas, there are more than 540,000 people on Medicare, and each day, nearly 10,000 new people enroll nationwide. While Medicare enrollment can seem daunting, it doesn't have to be. That's where SHIC, or the Senior Health Insurance Counseling for Kansas program, comes in. The SHIC program provides seniors across Kansas trusted and unbiased help about Medicare benefits. SHIC counselors provide all the information and options available so you can make an informed decision about your Medicare coverage. We look forward to helping you navigate your way to a Medicare plan that is right for you. The number to call to find your local SHIC counselor is 1-800-860-5260.
Sponsored by the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services and Administration for Community Living, Department of Health and Human Services, and aired in cooperation with this station.
(21-7) Eudora here at halftime. Let's take a look at the Cyclone sports calendar. Tomorrow, girls tennis is at their regional tournament, while Monday, girls golf plays in their regional tournament. Tuesday, boys soccer is at home against Bishop Seabury. Volleyball on the road right up here at Eudora. Thursday, the league cross-country meet for Frontier League. Boys soccer will be here at Eudora, and volleyball will host Piper in a duel. So, fairly busy sports calendar as some of these sports starting to wind down toward the postseason, with the regional tournament this week for both tennis and golf. Next Friday night, the Cyclones are back home. They play Lewisburg, 7 o'clock kickoff, 6:40 pregame. But still 24 minutes here, and the Cyclones have got to do a better job defensively. They moved the ball pretty well, including the one long touchdown drive to start the game. But defense has been lacking, with the exception of the one interception by Colin Creech. And the Cyclones have got to get the Cardinals off the field and get that offense a chance to make up this 2-touchdown deficit. Eudora will get the opening kickoff here in the third quarter, and we'll have that for you coming up after we take this 2-minute break. This is Ottawa High School football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Needing work? Want to do something different? KOFO is looking for someone to fill a part-time position as the host of the Sunday morning gospel favorite show. No previous experience is necessary, but must have a good work ethic, good communication skills, be familiar with computer operations, and have your own transportation. If interested, send us an email at kofo@kofo.com. No phone calls, please. KOFO is an equal opportunity employer.
When you have trouble sleeping, it's tough. When kids have trouble sleeping,
Mom, I can't sleep. Dad, just one more story?
for nights like this, try Vicks Pure Z's Kids. Our great tasting gummies are specially formulated for kids with a unique blend of botanicals and a low dose of melatonin to support their natural sleep cycle. Best of all, they're drug-free and non-habit forming. Help your child fall asleep naturally with Pure Z's Kids Gummies. Consult with a doctor before use. For ages 4 and up.
What3words.com is part of a new mapping system that the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center can use to determine your location. This system divides the entire surface of the Earth into a grid of 3-meter squares. Each square is assigned a unique sequence of 3 words that will never change. These words can be provided to emergency personnel to direct them to your exact location. Suppose you're in a large public area, such as a hiking park or stadium. An address might give the 911 dispatcher a general idea of where to find you, but What3words.com narrows that general idea to a precise spot. You can utilize this service online at What3words.com. That's 3words.com, or download the app for immediate access. The Franklin County Emergency Communications Center encourages parents to add the app to their child's phone and instruct them in how to use it. As always, if you have questions, the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center is here to help. This message is brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
8 first downs on 23 plays. Some first half statistics. Eudora outgaining Ottawa 219 to 141 yards in the first half. Cyclones getting most of their yardage on the ground, 60 from Zion Wooden, 53 from Noah McCullough.
Bierbauer leads the way with 98 yards.
Braden Bierbauer with 98 in the first half.
It also has 1 touchdown.
Gage Hayden with a touchdown pass. And that kind of reflects what the scoreboard shows. Eudora, after falling behind 7-0, have scored 21 unanswered points, and they'll get the football here to start quarter number 3. Score update, Osage City has gotten on the board on their opening drive of the second half. They missed the extra point. It's Wellsville 13, Osage City 6 in the third period. Reese Fogel will tee the ball up for Ottawa High. Back deep for Eudora will be Seals. Kick is to the near side. It's going to be fielded by an up back at the 23. And quickly upfield and across the 35 goes it'll appear to be Errol Seaman.
Where the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10, up 21-7.
1st and 10 for Eudora at the 37-yard line. Hayden is the quarterback. The running back behind him is Bierbauer. Only one receiver in the formation. Handoff Bierbauer off the right side. Gets it across the 40 out to the 42 before he's wrapped up by Tommy Evans.
Tackle on the play by Tommy Evans. Gain of 5, 7 and 5.
5-yard pickup and a 2nd and 5 upcoming. Seals the receiver, split far side. Double tight formation. Bierbauer off the left side, and he fights his way forward for first down yardage out to the 49. Wellsville has answered. Ash Money with a 5-yard touchdown run, and the 2-point conversion is good. Wellsville on top of Osage City 21-6 midway through the third period. Here it's 21-7. Eudora with the lead. They have the football 1st and 10 from their own 49. Hayden hands it off to Bierbauer. Big hole, and he breaks into the secondary and goes all the way down to the 35-yard line. And they'll move the chains once again. And right now, the offensive line of the Cardinals is having its way against Ottawa.
That run is good for a Cardinal. 1st down.
Cyclones have got to come up with an answer here defensively. Again, Bierbauer. This time not a lot. Gets 3 down to the 32. It's such a quick hitter. Kind of reminiscent of what Payola used to run with that running back almost right on top of the quarterback, and such a quick hitter. You really don't get a chance to get much of a charge. 2nd down, 7. Clock running, 9:39 to play in the third. 21-7 Eudora. Hayden pitches this time to Bierbauer, looking for an opening, tripped up on a nice tackle by Creech at the 30. Good tackle by the senior defensive back there. And now a 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. In tight formation. Keeping is Hayden. Hayden has the first down inside the 25, down to the 23 for a gain of 7. Just about the time that you start keying on Bierbauer, Hayden will pull it back, keep it himself. He too is a fine runner.
Being 5 on the play, that run good for a Cardinal.
1st and 10 at the Cyclone 23. Again, Hayden, he keeps it himself, and a nice play by Derek Gomez to bring him down after a gain of just about a yard. And there's an injured Cyclone down on the field, and that is Gomez. Cardinal trainer will come across, as will Coach Alexander. Gomez getting to his knees now, and now to his feet. Looks like he may have fallen on that wrist, possibly. He'll come off the field. Second down, 9 for Eudora. Play clock at 17 as Hayden just now entering the huddle. Receiver split this side. It's Bierbauer off the right guard, and he's got an opening. He gets it down inside the 15 and appears to have a first down at the 13. Pickup of 9, first down.
That run good for a Cardinal.
Clock continues to run. And it looks like Eudora is going to use about half the third quarter clock on this drive. This time formation strong right. Keeping is Hayden, trying to get around the corner, and does, and he will be into the end zone. Touchdown, Eudora.
Right there is another Eudora touchdown. Gage Hayden with the score for the Guards.
Second touchdown of the night for Gage Hayden. And the extra point attempt, try to make it 28-7. Kick is away, and it is good.
This is up and good. And if you're on the long snapper, they'll have him spin the holder. And he goes on to the kicker.
7:02 to play in the third. Score now, Eudora 28, Ottawa 7. Back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Needing work? Want to do something different? KOFO is looking for someone to fill a part-time position as the host of the Sunday morning gospel favorite show. No previous experience is necessary, but must have a good work ethic, good communication skills, be familiar with computer operations, and have your own transportation. If interested, send us an email at kofo@kofo.com. No phone calls, please. KOFO is an equal opportunity employer.
There's a beautiful
63-yard touchdown drive by the Cardinals. Gage Hayden, the senior quarterback, with the score. His second of the night. Javier Bracco will kick it off. Deep kick this time, and fielded at the 10. And up to about the 25-yard line goes Josue Navarro.
Jose Navarro returns Javier Bracco's kick.
And Ottawa will have its first possession of the third quarter with 6:57 to play, starting from their own 25-yard line. Ottawa moved the ball fairly well in the first half, but turned it over one time, which led to a Cardinals score, and then were stopped a couple of times and had to punt it. Eudora, only with just the one turnover, they have not punted tonight. Handoff goes to Wooden, running hard off the right side, gets it out across the 30. Picks up about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Second down 4, Ottawa.
Second and 4, Cyclones.
Topeka Hayden leads Santa Fe Trail now 49-0. Inside handoff to Sink, and Sink picks up the first down across the 35 to about the 36.
White Sink ball carrier. Made by Trenton Long, Silas Keller, and Braylon Hoodler. That run good for a Cyclone first down.
Ottawa comes up right hash mark. Out of the shotgun, McCullough hands it off to Wooden again, straight up the middle, fighting forward, has 5.
Long and Cal Anderson on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Fogel into the lineup. He has the play call for Coach Walt Alexander. Second and 5. This time it's McCullough. Get in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and gets it close to first down yardage out to the 45-yard line. They'll be shy by about a yard. He tried to tackle McCullough high, and he was able to break that tackle and still pick up 4 yards. Third down 1. 4:54 to play in the third period. Eudora 28, Ottawa 7. Formation strong right. Keeping is McCullough. Flag is down, though. And Ottawa may be guilty of a false start. We'll see. McCullough picked up the first down. They did not blow the play dead, so it's possible maybe that Eudora lined up offside too. If the formation was illegal, they would not blow the play dead. If it were a false start, they would do so. So it is a motion penalty against Ottawa. And so that 5-yard mark-off will make it a 3rd and 6. Ottawa's thrown just one pass tonight, that a screen pass to Navarro.
Time to get loud, Cardinal Nation.
Vogel split far side. He is the lone wide receiver. 3rd and 6. Rolling right, looking to run is McCullough. Cuts it inside, and he'll be stopped short of the first down at the 45. And I would imagine you've got at least a 50-50 chance right here of the Cyclones going for it. 4th and 1. At this point, not a whole lot of sense in sending in your punt team. Fourth down a yard. McCullough will work from under center. Hands it off to Wooden, hitting the backfield, but spins away and has the first down near midfield. Wooden with a spin move and got the first down out to the 49.
Flag down on the play.
There's a flag on the play at the spot where we got a personal foul, face mask against Eudora. That'll tack 15 yards on top of it. Pushes it down to the 36. Well, the Cyclones need a score here. They're down by 21 here in the latter stages now of the 3rd period. 1st and 10, Ottawa. Handoff Sink, and Sink not much there. Gets it just inside the 35 to the 34.
Sink ball carrier. Back away by the Cardinals. Full is good.
Gain of a short 2, 2nd and 8.
Short gain of about 1 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 9.
Wellsville and Osage City are now at the end of 3 quarters with the Eagles on top of the Indians 21-6. Creech is a late player into the lineup here. Still 10 on the play clock, though. It's Wooden. No, keeping is McCullough, excuse me. And McCullough gets it down near the 30. Third and 4 upcoming for Ottawa.
First of all, the first Cardinals, they contact on the tackle. 5 on the play. 3rd and 4 for the Cyclones.
That snap, McCullough tries to pick it up, does, and then he'll be hit back behind the line of scrimmage. The snap was high. McCullough had to wait for it to bounce, but was able to pick it up. But it'll end up a loss on the play of 3, and now Ottawa with a 4th and 7. Frontenac now leads Anderson County 42-7.
Brings up a 4th and 8 for Ottawa.
Cyclones again will go for it. McCullough the throw, steps up in the pocket, decides to run it, flag down, and it's not going to matter because McCullough did not get to the yard stick needed. And unless that flag is against Eudora, Ottawa's going to turn it over on down. Officials talking things over. And let's check the flag. The substitution penalty against Ottawa. It'll be declined. Cardinals will take over at their own 33. At the end of 3, Paola still leads Piper 10-6. Hayden keeps it himself, looking to get around the corner. Flag is thrown. This one's going to come back. Hayden picks up yardage to the 40, but it will not stand. Creech made the tackle with help from Quillen. Holding against Eudora. Spot of the foul is the line of scrimmage. Another touchdown for the Wellsville Eagles. Eagles lead Osage City 27-6. That game on KOFO.com. Luke Queen over in Osage City tonight to bring it to you. First and 20, handoff Bierbauer. Bierbauer still fighting his way forward. Ottawa trying to strip the football instead of tackling. And gained yardage out to the 30. That gets back about 7 of the 10-yard penalty, so 2nd and 13 coming up.
The Cardinals pick up 7 yards on that play. 2nd and long, Eudora.
Cardinals in no hurry. In fact, they're going to let the clock run all the way down, it appears. And that is going to be the end of the third period. 3 quarters in the books here, and the score is Eudora 28, Ottawa 7. Fourth quarter of play coming up in a minute. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
Did you miss your front row seat at Arrowhead last season? Not this year. KOFO and Furniture Loft are sending you back to Arrowhead to watch the most exciting team in football, your Kansas City Chiefs. You and a friend in front row seats to watch the Chiefs. Just stop by Furniture Loft on Market Street in Osage City or Emporia on West US 50 and register once per visit. Only one win per season. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 to win. Win Chiefs versus Giants tickets for November 1st. Winner announced October 28th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Second down 13 for Eudora to start the fourth quarter. Santa Fe Trail has scored, that they still trail Hayden 49-6. Hayden calls his own number, breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, flag down, and this one may well come back as well.
He's taking the box area for the Cardinals. Flag set on the play. Tackle made by Collins.
Hayden got all the way out to the 41-yard line, but it's a hold against the Cardinals. Lewisburg's lead on Bonner Springs is now 15-7 after the Braves recovered a fumble and ran it back. That game's still in the third period. Eureka leading West Franklin 20-14 as the Falcons look for their first victory on the year. Second down long, and the handoff goes to Bierbauer that time, and he doesn't have much running room. Gets it out to about the 24. Third down 19. This time, receiver split to the far side, and they take too much time, and Eudora's got to burn a timeout. The timeout comes with 10:44 to play. Cardinals lead 28-7. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Supporting local teams helps bring local communities together, and that benefits everyone. That's why we're proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing compassionate care when you need it most. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Would you like to attract a new generation of customers and establish brand loyalty for years to come? You can when you advertise on KOFO. Get started today by calling 242-1220 or email KOFO@KOFO.com. KOFO Marketing, helping you do business.
Eudora trying to use as much time as they can, but they let the play clock wind down too far. Have to use a timeout here. Third down 19. Actually, third and 20. Pitch back goes to Bierbauer. Trying to turn the corner left side. Sidesteps the tackler. Gets good yardage, but not enough for a first down out to the 35-yard line. And so Eudora is going to be forced to punt for the first time tonight. Cyclones have a equipment problem with the player. That's Parker Gooch that has to leave the game. He'll be replaced by Keegan Reimer. Vogel is the deep back. Kick is away. High kick, wobbly. And it's going to take a Eudora roll inside the 20 and roll dead at the 6-yard line. Now, I got to tell you, there should have been a penalty right there on the Cardinals on that kick, as the up back had moved forward a step before the ball was snapped. The officials did not see that, and the Cyclones will have a long field ahead of them.
Come out on Tuesday as volleyball will be hosting Ottawa for their annual.
Into the third quarter, Tonganoxie and Spring Hill, and a good one, tied at 14.
At 4:30, that's Tuesday. Thursday, JP and Varsity Soccer will be hosting Ottawa. Kickoff at 4:30.
So let's see what the Cyclones can do here with the long field ahead of them, trailing by 21. Empty backfield. Navarro in motion. He'll get the handoff, looking for running room. Gets good yardage out across the 10 and near the 15.
Jose Navarro, the ball carrier. That will be by Coleman and Jalen Tinder.
That'll be a gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2.
This time Wooden is the deep back. He'll get the call up the middle, breaks an arm tackle, has the first down, and fights out near the 20-yard line. Ottawa again tonight has moved the football well. They did have a turnover late in the first half that hurt them. Turned the ball over on downs in Eudora territory on their last drive. Handoff this time is to Wooden once again, and Wooden doesn't get much this time. Maybe a yard.
Made by the Cardinals, Cole Manley. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
Ottawa comes up quickly. Out of the shotgun. McCullough. Again, the handoff goes to Navarro, and he's pushed back this time. So now the Cyclones will face a 3rd down and long. 3rd and about 9. Eudora leads 28-7. We have 8:16 to play in the 4th. Cyclones have not thrown the football but have one time tonight. And this time McCullough looks to throw. He's under heavy pressure. Rolls away from it, now throws and throws it out of bounds. He was outside the pocket, so no intentional grounding. Pass is incomplete.
Got by Coach Hayes on the sideline. Incomplete.
And Ottawa facing 4th down. And the punt unit will come on. Two men deep for Eudora. Officials timeout. They want the play clock reset. Bit of a lazy snap, but plenty of time for Fogel to get the kickoff. It's a good one. And it's going to hit and go out of bounds at the Eudora 46. And that is a 32-yard punt, no return.
Football team will be traveling to Paola next Friday. 7 o'clock kickoff over to Paola. Come out, Carolina boys.
7:50 to play. West Franklin and Eureka now at the end of 3 quarters, with the Tornadoes leading the Falcons 20-14. Paola leading Piper 17-13 in a tight one at Panther Stadium in Paola tonight. Now we had some substitutions kind of slowing us down here. Now we're ready to go. Hayden under center. Hand off Bierbauer. Big hole off the right side. Tripped up as he gets into Cyclone territory and down to the 45. That'll be a gain of 9.
5 of Ottawa. He's yards short of a first down. 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals.
Wellsville scores again. Their lead over Osage City is now 35-6. And the Eagles are very, very real in Class 2A. Second and 1. And again, it's Bierbauer bouncing off a tackler. And he gets it down to the 40 for a first down. Both Wellsville and Osage City coming into tonight's play undefeated. But just as they have in the first 5 weeks, Wellsville handling their opponents with relatively ease. Of course, there's still time to go in that one, but not much. Just 4:17 to play in the fourth. Here at Eudora, 28, Ottawa 7. And it is Bierbauer again breaking tackles and getting it down inside the 30 to near the 26.
Wild on the carry. Tackle made by Reese Vogel.
Vogel made the touchdown-saving tackle there. First and 10, Eudora. Bierbauer again, and he is upended as he crosses the 20. Vogel made the tackle. Creech was also there.
Innovate on the play. 2nd and 2 for Eudora. Cardinal Cyclones fan, as you guys depart after the game, please take your pass and float away on the way out.
Second down and 2. .5:27 to go, the clock running. And delay of game coming up on Eudora.
We'll get a delay game called against Eudora. Now back to Cardinal 5 yards and 2nd and 7 for Eudora.
That will make it 2nd and 7. Bierbauer again. Bierbauer breaks in the open, headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Eudora. Check that. I'm sorry, it's Octavius Lyles. And he goes in from 23 yards out to make it 34-7. Gage Baumgartner will try the extra point. And the kick is good. 4:46 to play. Eudora now leads Ottawa 35-7. And we'll have the kickoff for you in 30 seconds. This is Cyclone Football on KOFO.
When you have trouble sleeping, it's tough. When kids have trouble sleeping,
Mom, I can't sleep. Dad, just one more story?
for nights like this, try Vicks Pure Z's Kids. Our great-tasting gummies are specially formulated for kids with a unique blend of botanicals and a low dose of melatonin to support their natural sleep cycle. Best of all, they're drug-free and non-habit forming. Help your child fall asleep naturally with Pure Z's Kids Gummies. Consult with a doctor before use. For ages 4 and up.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Eudora with another long touchdown drive, this one 54 yards. Octavius Lyles, the junior, with the run of 23 yards to pay dirt. Vogel is the deep man. Waiting to kick from Javier Bracco. Deep kick, push Vogel back to the 7. Across the 15-20, has an opening, but then is hit and stopped at the 30-yard line. Straight on tackle that time by the Cardinals, and Ottawa will start at its own 29. Frontenac at the end of 3 quarters leads Anderson County tonight 49-7. Let's see if the Cyclones can get another score on the board here. McCullough on 1st and 10 will hand it off to the deep back, and that's why it's sink. No, check that. It is Zion Wooden. And Wooden gets it out to the 35. That'll be a gain of about 6. Second down 4. Wooden once again hitting the backfield this time, and he just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Ottawa has just elected not to throw the football here this evening. They face a 3rd and 4 here. 3:36 to play. Eudora on top 35-7. McCullough keeps and fights his way forward for first down yardage. It appears at the 40.
Tackle made by Cole Manley and Matthew McGee. First down, Cyclones.
So Ottawa moves the chains. The time running out on them. They will fall to 2 and 4 on the season. Eudora will even its record at 3 and 3. McCullough once again. This time he'll be stopped behind the line.
McCullough with the carry. Looking on the play, 2nd and 10.
Osage City has scored, but too little too late. Wellsville leads 35-12 with under a minute to go. Second and 9, and there is encroachment. I would imagine it'd be against Eudora, and it is. So second down and a long 4. Let's call it 5. Wooden up the middle, finding his way forward, looking for the first down, appears to have it at the 50. Zion Wooden with another nice night running the football, but unfortunately the Ottawa defense has not been able to stop the Eudora Cardinal offense.
First down on the play for the Cyclones.
Clock is down to 1:24. High school football scoreboard show coming your way in 55 minutes here on KOFO. First and 10, Ottawa High. Bad snap. McCullough trying to do something with it. Hit from behind and stopped for no gain. Maybe a yard lost, actually.
We're pulling the ball carrier, definitely by the Jet and Stevens.
And you would expect that maybe one more play here. Ottawa not intent on scoring here. They're just intent on running their offense. Wooden gets the carry, pushing the pile forward, and has yardage into Eudora territory at the 45. And that would appear to be the final play of the football game. As the clock under 10, no move to stop it. Ottawa comes up quickly. Will they get a play off? They will not, and that's your ball game. The final score here from Eudora High School, Cardinals 35, the Ottawa Cyclones 7. We'll wrap things up in 2 minutes. You're listening to Cyclone Football on KOFO.
Medicare Part D coverage can be confusing. We can help. This is Laura from Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Stop in and let us help you find the best option for your needs when it comes to Medicare Part D. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main, open Monday through Saturday and online anytime at kramerrx.com.
They can't buy it if they don't know you have it. Introduce a new product or reestablish an old one with advertising on KOFO. Get started today by calling 242-1220 or email kofo@kofo.com. KOFO Marketing, helping you do business.
Step your game up with NFL Red Zone from NFL Network. It is good to be back. Join host Scott Hansen for 7 hours of live commercial-free coverage, bringing you every game-changing play as it happens.
You can kiss him goodbye!
And we've got 18 weeks of every touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
The biggest season ever starts now.
Go to NFL.com/RedZone and get it today.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision ever. Even easier than deciding to open the biggest birthday gift first.
Happy birthday to you.
Which one are you going to open first?
The pony.
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is banking with Capital One even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. No fees or minimums on new consumer accounts. Capital One and member FDIC.
But we have a truck leaving with a big order on Tuesday.
Tina's floor manager retired, leaving her tortilla factory flat out.
What do you mean she's on a silent retreat?
She must fill the role and all those orders.
She's gonna oversee production.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, the Eudora Cardinals spotted Ottawa 7 points early and then scored the final 35 of the night as they down Ottawa High tonight 35-7. Cyclones got on the board on their opening drive. They went 82 yards on a very nice drive, all on the ground. Scored on a 7-yard run by Wyatt Sink, but that's all they would get. Eudora scored late in the first period on a 6-yard run by Braden Bierbauer. Early in the second period on a 52-yard pass play from Gage Hayden to Adrian Seals. 2 touchdown runs by Gage Hayden, one late in the second after Ottawa turned it over, and then midway through the third period on Eudora's opening drive of the second half, and then one final score by Octavius Lyles late in the fourth period. And the Cardinals now 3-3 on the year. The Cyclones will fall to 2-4. Ottawa is back in action next Friday night. They're back home to take on the Lewisburg Wildcats. Game time is 7 o'clock. Pregame is 6:40 after Friday Night Lights here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. In the final tonight, Eudora 35, Ottawa 7. This is Gary Bateman saying so long from Eudora High School. Excuse me.
Thank you for listening to this broadcast of Ottawa Cyclone football on KOFO. Brought to you by Advent Health Ottawa, CarStar, Kansas State Bank, Quality Structures, and by Sutton's Jewelry, Vive Broadband, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and Kramer Pharmacy. Ottawa Cyclone football on KOFO is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa University, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Arvest Bank, and by State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, Ottawa High School, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, and the City of Ottawa. For more information about our Ottawa Cyclone football broadcasts, visit the KOFO Sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO Sports Calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
News, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
On a plane or train or way back in the sticks. I swear if she's there, that's when, yeah, that's